we have resorted to this method of teaching, which is YouTube videos. I understood that some of you do not know how to put together your research or your essay. So I decided to make videos rather in order to help you understand these two stages in your creative writing project. First, we'll start with the research, the referencing and the bibliography and searching information for your essay. Your research is compiled of three things: your driving question, answering that question with in-text references, and your bibliography list at the very end. Your driving question is the question that you come up with on the theme and how it relates to the novel. Okay, so this is the basic question or example that I came up with. How does the theme of love and violence relate to Of Mice and Men? I know love and violence was not one of the options that I gave my grade 8s. They had to choose one theme of Mice and Men and show how it relates to the novel. The research with in-text references. Some did not put in-text references in their research, perhaps because they don't know how to apply it or what it is. In-text references, it's the information in brackets next to the quote you found in a book or on a website. If you quote something from a book, something a character says, you have to put the in-text referencing of that book, the surname of the author, the year the book was published, and the page number in which you found that quote. If it is a website, use direct words from a website, an article that is not your own. You say, if you can't find a surname of the person who wrote the article, then you say the organization and the year in which that article was published. That's the in-text referencing in brackets. I'll give you an example. I want the definition of love and violence. Okay, so I go onto a website. Okay, so I went onto Google. I searched the definition of love. I scrolled down and found a website. This is a website I found. It's Merriam-Webster, a really famous dictionary definition website. Strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. This is the definition I used. You can also go onto a different website. Here's another one. Your dictionary. And it shows a strong feeling of affection and concern toward another person. You can also use this definition. Okay, and from there, we can put it in our research. Strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. I use that from Merriam-Webster. I also defined violence, the use of physical force to injure, abuse, damage, or destroy, also from Merriam-Webster. The in-text referencing is organization, comma, the year. From Merriam-Webster, that was the organization, and the year is 2023, which was updated. Okay, so that is my research, my in-text referencing for a sentence or a phrase of words that is not my own. If I think it is my own or write it up as if it is my own, it is plagiarism. Please do not be the person who plagiarizes. And then the whole point of your research is to back up an opinion. So how does the theme of love and violence relate to Of Mice and Men? In my head, I already know the answer. I know that these three characters link to this theme. Lenny, he relates to love. He loves touching soft things, but he's also quite violent with those things. Candy, he loves his dog, but he also said he regrets not killing his dog. George, he loves Lenny, but at the end of the novel, he shoots Lenny. So all these characters have to do with both love and violence. All I have to do is prove these points when the novel or websites prove that these characters link to love and violence. And here it is, my research. I have my in-text references, I have quotes from the book and websites. Right? So for Lenny, in the book, he says, I just wanted to feel that girl's chest, just wanted to pet it like it was a mouse. So he loves touching these soft things, but he was also accused of rape, quite a violent action, right? And in this website that I found, it says he reciprocates what he likes. It is an inconsiderate love. This is by Bartleby. Okay, this idea of love and suffocation, inconsiderate love, all relates to the theme of love and violence. For Lenny. Now we have Candy. Okay, I go into the book. He loves his dog and he regrets not wanting to kill it himself. This part of the novel proves this. I auto shot that dog myself, George, and let no stranger shoot my dog. This was on page 63. Surname, year, and page number of in-text referencing in a book. I'll show it to you again. Surname, year, page number for a quote in a book. Now we have George. Okay, what in the book says that he loves Lenny and how killing him might have related to this idea of love. At the beginning of the novel, page 23, I never seen one guy take so much trouble for another guy. And this was about George and Lenny's relationship. Because he takes care of him and it shows how much, he loves Lenny. And here in this website, it says George made the decision to kill Lenny out of love. And from this website organization, yeah. And right, so this relates to love and violence, all this research that I have made in the book and on these websites. Lastly, your bibliography, your list. We have one book, which is Of Mice and Men. It's the surname of the author, the initials, the year the book was published. This is all Harvard referencing. The book and a website, title in italics, publication location, and the publishers. For the website, surname, initials. If you can't find this, then put the organization. Remember Merriam-Webster, Bartleby, IPL, these two, the websites, organizations that I found. That would be in this place. The title of the article and available is a link. So your link is https www. That whole line of the URL. Your accessed, or the date accessed, is the day you read the article. So for me, it was yesterday in which I found that article, the 20th of August. So I put it in 2023, August 20th. That's my bibliography. And here it is in real time, in alphabetical order, my references that you saw me use: Bartleby, IPL, Merriam-Webster, and then the author of the book, Steinbeck. Here's my website. As you can see, the surname, initials here, all this whole template here, I just used it for all these websites. See the available, and the access is all recent, 21st, 20th August. And then we have the book that does not have a URL. Okay, and that is it. That is it for your research. Just maybe the research definition, and then your opinion. You're proving your opinion through the book, quotes and quotes from websites, and your bibliography. That's research. Thank you for listening. The next video will be about the essay.